For the latest film interviews, reviews, and everything making news in pop culture, subscribe to Film Companion now.
Get in! Hi, this is Siddharth Anand, and I'm on Inside the Scene. And today I'm going to break down Tiger Shroff's entry in War. So, in my school of cinema, the kind of films that I grew up on, or the way I actually watched my films, I watched them in single screens. I watched them in KT Galaxy, Panda Talkies, Chandan Cinema, way before multiplexes came in. And with that, we actually celebrated heroes. We celebrated heroes' entries. We celebrated their victory over the bad guys, and we whistled, we cheered, we clapped, we danced. So I've grown up with that atmosphere. So with Tiger's entry, what happened was when this film was written, he hadn't had a major success behind him. And when we started filming, he had delivered a major blockbuster. And so there was a certain expectation from Tiger and his entry. But I stuck to my guns, and I had designed an entry where I had to convince Tiger that your CTs, your adulation on your entry will not be when they first see you, but at the end of the action scene. He was a little rattled because I understand where he came from, and he has a huge loyal fan base that he needs to cater to. So they have a certain expectation of him and his entries and his action sequences. And I was going against that grain. I was taking a chance. And I assured him that have faith in me, and people will whistle at the end of the sequence. I don't want them to whistle at your entry. I want them to start to whistle and stop and wonder what's happening. So that is why I deliberately didn't have any background music in his action. Try and notice that when he enters, he crashes through the glass door. It is pin drop silence. You only hear him falling on the carpet and gunshots and rustle of the t-shirt. You don't hear anything else. So that was a major challenge, and it was a risk, but I was ready to play it because I was convinced that at the end of it, when he actually stretches after killing that guy, that will go into slow motion, and then he'll come out of the pool, and then he'll stretch. Yeah, so that will trigger the CTs and the claptrap in the theater. And that's exactly what happened. I was actually grateful that happened because I risked my credibility with Tiger on that, and played with his stardom a little bit. And yeah, it paid off. So since we're talking about the sequence, which is actually a one-shot action sequence, let me burst the bubble and say it's actually not one shot. We actually stitched the sequence. There are various stitch points in the film. There are various stitch points in this shot, and I will be taking you through each one of them. So it did take a lot of shots, a lot of takes to get this together. The shot over 2 days. It's not actually one shot, but it's supposed to look like a shot, and that's what filmmaking is about, to make it look something it's not. This is the stitch point. The stitch is in the pan of the camera. Here, when the camera pans back here, when the camera pans to the gun, you try and find a stitch point when the camera is in motion. So there's a certain blur that's created, or you try and create a stitch point when there is a foreground in front of the camera. So when you're passing a pillar or the back of a person, you try and stitch it over there. So the next beat will show you that. Now this, you see this back? The camera went behind the black jacket. That's another stitch point. Now the camera pans. This is a stitch point. When Tiger looks, you pan. And the music also starts here. That was also
right, so I'm on my way.
Throughout the sequence, there'll be no music. And now there'll be a siren. When the siren starts is where I wanted his fans to erupt. And that's exactly what happened in theaters, thankfully. The team that actually comes in from South Africa, they've actually come in for my current film as well. They are fantastic with action. They're somehow trained fighters, and what I love about them is their reaction, that when you punch them, when you kick them, the reaction they give is really very authentic, and I think that's the key to great action is the reaction, because in action we always cheat it. So when you do a punch, you actually punch 4 inches away from the face, but the timing of it is very important. So they know that timing very well. So yeah, I try and repeat them. What we actually did with this one is, if you can see, it's in a room, and it has an outdoor terrace which has a pool. What the team did is they set up in a basement. They set up the size of the room with cardboard boxes as the walls, as the perimeter, and put props for whether it's a table or the bar, as cardboard boxes to get the geography right. Set up artificial pillars for him to hide behind, and then we choreographed the sequence. So once we decided that we want to do it as one shot, so obviously there were certain changes that needed to be done, and it needed to be streamlined and try and get the cut points right enough, and also the duration of however short that the long that shot, however lengthy that particular stitch was, we needed the action within that to seem seamless and believable. So each thing was designed in a way that it could be done as a one shot, and if we wouldn't want to or wouldn't be able to stitch, it should still be done as one shot. So that took time, and obviously the coordination between the stuntman and Tiger, the timing of it, and the looks and things, props falling or him throwing something and him crashing into the clock, the wall clock, a lot of things. Him coming and pulling the chandelier down, all that timing, the props of it, all of it had to be multiples of them. So the planning of it was a lot, and that actually also is what a lot of action films do, is spend a lot of time and money on prep and lesser time actually shooting it, because that's the more expensive part. You should prep a lot and shoot less. That's the mantra in action. So the shot where Tiger actually falls on the table and breaks the glass, so that is actually a dangerous stunt. But what we do is a lot of help. We take a lot of help from the art department. The glass is actually not glass; it is sugar glass. The wooden table, the wood is not wood. It's what do I say? It's like cardboard, but it's designed in a way to make it look authentic. And what actually is the icing on the cake is the sound effect. So you feel glass has shattered, you feel wood is broken. So like I said, it's an amalgamation of sound and visuals that give you that feeling of such stunt. The good thing about Tiger is that he will question you early on. He will ask his questions, obviously, because he's very good at his craft. He knows more than you what about his craft, and you better know your character better than him. So it's important that there's a balance in that. There's a give and take in that. So I do take suggestions from Tiger. I do ask him certain questions of how to do this. What should I do? How does he prefer it? And we have a certain balance over there. We struck that balance, and this is where I think the hardest part was to convince him that there's going to be no BGM, and it's going to be not a high-speed entry where he's going to fly in and look up at the camera and his hair will be flying. It's not going to be that. He's going to come in normal 24 FPS, just dive through that glass and start hitting and then hide behind the pillar. So there was a little bit of a challenge in that. It took a little bit to convince him, in the sense that that was actually the first schedule of our film of War, is shooting that action sequence. So what I did was that if at the end of it you don't believe that we've achieved what I wanted, I will listen to everything you want after this for the rest of the film. I had to put my credibility on the line, because if at the end of it you would not be convinced, it would be tough for me to actually sell things to him for the entire film. And I put that on the line because I somewhere was certain that I wanted to treat Tiger differently from the rest of his films. And this is how I would make the audience buy into it from the very beginning, that this is a different Tiger. This is a new Tiger you're going to watch. So be prepared for it. I had to give him that sort of an entry, which is not expected. And he did have a little bit of reluctance, but at the end of the first day of shoot, when my VFX guy sitting on the table next to my monitor stitched whatever we did that day, his team started whistling and clapping there and then right behind me. And I felt a sigh of relief. And he came and hugged me and said that I think we've got it. We were doing it when we've done it. Yeah, so it was the end of the first day of shoot that this happened. Tiger will vouch for it. Hi guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe to Film Companion right here.